One thing I've actually learned from opening Pokemon cards is sometimes we're so worried about what's coming next, we don't even enjoy what we got going on right now. And I actually notice myself doing this while opening packs. Like, I'll sit down with a few packs in front of me, start opening them, open the first one, nothing crazy, all right. Next pack, open another one, nothing again, all right. Next one, and I just keep going. Then, before I know it, all the packs are gone. I'm sitting there with a bunch of wrappers everywhere thinking, dang, that went quick. And it kind of made me think about life because we do the same exact thing. We're always waiting for something, waiting for the weekend, waiting to get paid, waiting for our next day off, waiting to make more money, waiting for something we've been working on to finally start working, waiting until we finally get to wherever we're trying to go. And the whole time we're waiting for all that stuff, life is still happening right now. And I think sometimes we forget that because most days don't feel special. You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you eat, maybe watch something, mess around with one of your hobbies, go to sleep, wake up and do it all over again. And because nothing crazy happened that day, we don't really think anything about it. It was just another regular day. But you know what's crazy? Those regular days might actually be the days we miss someday. Think about your life a few years ago. There were probably things you did every single day that you didn't think twice about. Maybe there was somebody you talked to all the time. Maybe there was a place you always went. Maybe there was a game you played every night. Maybe you had friends you were always around. Maybe it was something as simple as sitting around with your family doing absolutely nothing. At the time, it was normal. You didn't think, man, I'm going to miss this someday. You were just living. Then life changed. People got older. People moved. You stopped talking to certain people. You got different responsibilities. You started doing different things. And now you look back and you're like, man, I actually missed that. And the crazy part is, while it was happening, you probably didn't even realize how good you had it. That's something I've been thinking about because opening Pokemon cards kind of reminds me of that. Obviously, when I open a pack, I want to pull something good. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't. Of course, I want to get the big hit. That's part of opening packs. But if I'm opening a pack and all I'm thinking about is getting to that last card, then what's the point? I'm barely even looking at everything else. I'm just flying through the cards like, next, next, next. Where's the hit? And sometimes there might be a card in there that's not worth much at all, but the artwork is actually really nice. Maybe it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Maybe it's a card I've never seen before, and I would have completely missed it because I was so focused on trying to get to something better. And man, we do that with life all the time. We're so focused on getting somewhere else that we don't even look at where we are. We think the big moment is the only thing that matters. Getting that promotion, making more money, buying something we've always wanted, getting more views, reaching some number, finally accomplishing that goal. And yeah, those moments feel good. They should. You worked for them, but what about everything that happened before you got there? What about all those regular days? What about those nights where nobody knew what you were working on? What about those little improvements that nobody else noticed? What about those times where you almost gave up, but for whatever reason, you decided, nah, I'm going to keep going. Those moments count too. Actually, those might be the moments that make the big moment mean something. And I'm starting to realize that I need to slow down sometimes. And when I say slow down, I don't mean stop working. I don't mean stop chasing your goals. I don't mean get comfortable and never try to become better. I just mean sometimes you got to stop thinking about the next thing for a minute because I know I do that. I can accomplish something I've been wanting for a long time, be happy about it for like 5 minutes, and then my brain is already like, all right, what's next? What are we doing now? And I think a lot of us are like that. You hit 100, now you want 1,000. You hit 1,000, now you want 10,000. You make more money, now you want to make even more. You finally buy that thing you've been wanting. And then a little while later, you're looking at something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting more for yourself. I think you should have goals. I think you should always have something you're working toward. But there's got to be a point where you can look around and say, you know what? This is actually pretty good too. Because if you don't learn how to do that, you could spend your whole life waiting for the next thing, waiting for something better, waiting until you finally feel like you made it. But what does making it even mean? Because every time you get somewhere, there's going to be another level, another goal, another thing you want, another pack you want to open, another card you want to chase. It never really stops. You're supposed to keep growing, but at the same time, you only get this moment once. Once it's gone, it's gone. And that's why I think we got to stop acting like we have unlimited time. When is everything actually going to be figured out? Probably never, because there's always something. You fix one problem, another one shows up. You pay one bill, here comes another one. That's just life. So if you're waiting until everything is perfect before you allow yourself to enjoy anything, you're going to be waiting for a long time. And that's one reason I like hobbies like opening Pokemon cards. I'm not trying to solve some huge problem. I'm not thinking about everything I got to do tomorrow. I'm not thinking about work. Let's see what's in this pack. And yeah, it's something small, but sometimes small things are what you need. Everything that makes you happy doesn't need to be some huge life-changing thing. Sometimes it's just sitting down after a long day, putting your phone down, opening a Pokemon pack, talking to somebody. Whatever it is, just something that gives your mind a break for a little bit. And I think as we get older, we forget how important that is. Because when you're a kid, you don't really think about whether something is productive. You do something because it's fun. That's it. You're not sitting there thinking, how is this going to improve my life 5 years from now? You just want to have fun. Then we become adults and suddenly everything needs a reason. Everything needs to make money. Everything needs to accomplish something. Everything needs to lead somewhere. But sometimes you're allowed to just enjoy something. That can be the reason. And Pokemon cards kind of brought some of that feeling back for me, because there's something about holding a pack and not knowing what's inside. You know there are cards in there, but you don't know exactly which ones. And for a few seconds, there's that little bit of excitement. Like maybe this is the one. And honestly, life is kind of like opening one big pack and you really don't know what's coming. You can make plans. You can have goals. You can try to prepare yourself. But you don't know exactly what tomorrow is going to bring. And yeah, that can be scary sometimes, but it can also be exciting because something good could happen that you never saw coming. You could meet somebody, find a new hobby, get an opportunity, come up with an idea. Something you've been working on could finally start working. Your whole life can change because of something you don't even know is coming yet. And I think that's pretty cool. But while you're waiting for those big things to happen, don't ignore what you already have in. Because one day, the things that feel normal right now might be the things you miss. And that's probably one of the biggest things opening Pokemon cards has taught me. Enjoy that little bit of excitement before you see what's next. And if you don't get the big hit, it's all right. You still got another experience. You still got another memory. And maybe there's another pack tomorrow. Life is the same way. Not every day is going to be amazing. Not every day needs to be amazing. Some days are just going to be normal. Some days you're going to be tired. Some days you're going to be frustrated. Some days nothing exciting is going to happen. And that's okay. Because a normal day can still be a good day. Sometimes just making it home, sitting down, and having a little bit of peace, that's a good day. We just don't always realize it. So yeah, keep chasing what you want. Keep working, keep setting goals, keep trying to become better. Don't spend your whole life staring at the next pack while completely ignoring the one that's already open in front of you. Because this moment matters too. This day matters too. The people around you matter. The little things you enjoy matter. And someday you might look back at the life you're living right now and think, man, I wish I could go back there for just one day. So while you're here, enjoy it. Take your time. Look around once in a while. Appreciate what you already got. Because maybe the lesson isn't always about pulling the rarest card. Maybe sometimes it's just about enjoying the pack while you still have it in your hands.